Okay, back-to-back days from DK. Got another video here to go. Stuff has been kind of random, piling up. This will be I'm not prepared for this video, just kind of have a pile of things here to go through. I will probably ramble, so be ready for that. So that's that. Right, Joey? Alright. And it's actually a sign of the end times because I actually have something besides UFC. Look at this. Some old school Brewers stuff. Somebody hit me up on Sports Card Forum, which I had forgotten I had an account in, and they wanted my Doug Davis 2006 signed Topps card, which is actually a really nice card, but they needed it for their set. And I'm not very active on Sports Card Forum, so it's kind of weird to get hit up out of the blue like that. But I was like, hey, that's no problem. So I went through my old baseball and my old Brewers and Packers binder and pulled out the '06 Davis, sent it to him, and he sent me lists of Brewer stuff that he had, and these were on there, and I didn't want to just ask for one, so I hit him up and asked him for two, and he said sure. So I don't actually have a Rob Deere autograph in my collection, but from what I've seen of Rob Deere stuff from Brewers Fan Fest, this is pretty nice. I'm thinking this might have been signed when he was managing. Signed in blue Sharpie with the 45. But this is a 87 Topps. Really cool card. I'm glad it has a nice signature also, but just a great style. I mean, this card is so freaking old. It's almost 30 years old. And this one, I remember getting these cards when I was a kid. Tom Tillman on 84 Topps. 84 Topps is probably my favorite Brewers set. Just like the card layout, I like the little profile pic down there. I think that's where the avatars and profile pic started, was 84. That's probably where Google got it from, and Twitter and Instagram. I'm just playing, but that's in like a black gel pen, it looks like. Tom Tillman, actually kind of a neat story. I used to know when I was a kid, driving through, I think it was like Muskego here in Wisconsin. I think he lived there while he played for the Brewers. At least that's what I was told by my grandpa. When he used to drive past a certain house, he'd say it was Tom Tellman's house when he played for the Brewers. So 2 for 2 on a nice trade. So that's going to be it for Brewer stuff and MLB things. This was a fail. I'm going to resend these cards. This one's signed in black in the dark spot by Vladimir Matyshenko. I had a nice real deal letter written to him too about how I met him back in 2011, and these were not signed on the fronts, but rather signed on the back. So I'll resend these. Unfortunately, I'll put a post-it. Have to put a post-it on the front saying, "Please sign below. Please sign below." And then I'll send this one too. I wasn't really motivated to TTM Vladimir just because, I don't know, I just wasn't. I really just wanted to get this one done up, and I had these 2 extras, so you can hear from my tone of voice, I don't really care about this. It's kind of unfortunate to get this back like that, and he didn't put him in the little team bag I sent along because I was out of these Ultra Pro pockets. I was out of those when I sent it, so the condition wasn't really, I wasn't really too motivated to mail it to him. So half-hearted TTM, I got a half-hearted success, I suppose, right? Let's do, I'll leave those TTMs there. I did get a little package from checkoutmycards.com. I'm waiting on a TTM return from Tim Hag. He wanted me to pick up a card for him to keep. So that's Tim Hag right there. He's been a really hard addition to get for almost everybody's main event set from 2009. I sent him 4 main event cards and one of these. 3 of the main event cards were friends that I know collect that set, so hopefully I can hook them up. And then while on checkoutmycards.com, comc.com, it's just sorted by cheapest autographs, and this one is actually, I was hoping it was just going to be the base, because you can see it kind of has a prism look to it. But Matt Riddle, who was released from the UFC for too many failed tests from cannabis, He was released because of that, but always made weight and always fought. Was kind of a ground and pound guy because of his wrestling background, but I didn't want to pass up on this. He's actually training to be, I think he might be this week down at NXT, training to make NXT for the WWE. He's been at Monster Factory out in New Jersey, training to become a professional wrestler. And then Sean McCorkle. These metal cards are really, really cool. If you ever get to see them in person, they're really shiny and clean and pure looking. But cool to get a McCorkle. He's got a title shot card that's a landscape, like this. And it's him versus, he's actually arm barring Mark Hunt from the bottom position. And you can't even see his face on his card. So Leaf did it right. They gave him actually a nice pose, but kind of a scribbly autograph. But less than $2, couldn't pass it up. Got some base for TTM. I got a connection with Caraway, so I'm going to send him one to keep and one to sign for my collection. I like Brian Caraway. He's a cool guy. Exchange messages with him a little bit. And Luke Rockhold is also becoming one of my favorite fighters. I think he's just really legit. I'm glad Vitor beat him because I really, really, really like Vitor. But when Luke Rockhold talks, I listen. I think he's got a lot of good things to say, and I think he's just a real deal, real dude, and a great fighter. Then this is another person I would consider a friend, Jared Hammond. Met him in 2011 and then again in 2013 here in Milwaukee when he fought. This is his base auto of a Finest Moments card. I don't think it actually is numbered out of 188. I'm not a certified autograph collector, but I do like Jared Hammond, and it was the right price. And then here's, he commented on his bald spot that once he saw this on the cards, he decided to start shaving his head. He sent me an Instagram message about that. That was kind of funny. And I'm surprised. He's got a nice autograph, but I know when I talked to him a couple years ago, he said that he just gassed out on signing all those little stickers. And I got this card for under $3. I think it was probably $2.50. But it's a numbered out of 8. It's actually an octofractor. I like to see guys breaking boxes and cases. They get stoked when they break an octo. But I was able to pick this up, a variation of that base one that you saw. But yep, numbered out of 8. I don't really care about it. I just wanted it because it's an octofractor and it's of my one of my favorite fighters, Jared Hammond. He's a good Christian dude. Can't say enough good things about him. Just a real chill dude. Get along with him real good. This is a pack of TTMs I've had stacking up. I'll be looking forward to putting away. This McDessie came back out of nowhere. He kind of messaged me on Twitter to say he got my TTM. And I had written him off because I had sent to him 2 or 3 times the TriStar in Canada, and every time he looked for it, he said he never got it. So he actually gave me his apartment address in Canada, and I got a success that way. This came back after like 324 days or something. So he actually signed 5 of 5. One of these is going to be for my pal Matt, who I traded before, and the signature didn't show up very well, so I do have another. This one's also for trade. I think this is for trade. Might be an upgrade, I'm not sure. I'll update my for sale for trade extras video. So that was cool to get. What was that, 4? Yeah, that was it for there. I guess it was 4 of 4, unless I put one away. No, 5 of 5. I'm losing track. And then the next one was Alex Caceres. Kind of a weird thing. He sent me a note, little note. Thank you for the support and stuff. Much love and happiness. And he kept my 5x7. I had printed out the photo op of him and I together from Milwaukee in 2011. He actually kept that. So he signed 2 of 2. One of these is for trade. Hey, you want to open that door, please? So I get better light. Thanks, Isaac. And then, so that's that. Same thing here. I don't know what it says on the bottom. Maybe it's supposed to be like a variation of Leroy, because his nickname is Bruce Leroy. I'm not really sure what it is. If anybody knows, LMK. Nothing on the back. And then I think one or two of these are for trade. One of these might be an upgrade for my set. We'll see. So he signed 404, but yeah, like I said, kept my 5x7 of us together and did not have a UFC promo to send me in return. So I got a big envelope back with 4 cards in it. Teixeira, this was cool. I know somebody who takes lessons at his gym in Connecticut and asked him if he had my fan mail, and it was like I had sent it 3 weeks before, and he checked and my mail wasn't there. But like a week or two ago, I thought it was just gone. A week or two ago, the guy replied and said, actually, Glover found your mail. But look, so I sent, again, I was out of those Pocket Pros or whatever, and some of the autograph came off. Let me see if you can see it. Some of the silver came off, and I saw actually my buddy Joe, who I've been name dropping a lot in my last video and on Instagram. He actually got his stuff done in black, so maybe he switched it up after he saw mine. But check this one out. That was the pits. There's actually almost more on the penny sleeve than there is on the card. But that's okay. I just sent it because I had the cards. Only took a couple weeks out to ATT in Danbury, Connecticut. Some Connecticut location. You guys can check it out. Bruce Leroy was care of the Lab in Glendale, Arizona, and that was care of TriStar. Matyshenko was care of Dynamix MMA. And we're at 11.5 minutes. This was a sucky return. I came back from Florida, and this one came back unpeeled and unsealed. Kind of a crappy feeling to have. Postmarked from Santa Ana, California. I think this might have been from Jamie Yeager, which would have been really great to have because it was a 2010 knockout card, and I would have liked to have had that card signed because I like Jamie Yeager. He's kind of like the Nintendo character that everybody likes to pick, the big afro type character. That's kind of what he looks like. He actually just shaved his big afro. I saw him on Instagram. So I hit him up on Instagram, and we'll see if it was him that sent that, and maybe if I can buy another card and try again. My man Kelly out in Idaho went to, maybe you should go like this because it kind of runs together. Went to Combat Fitness, I think it's called, and met up with Scott Jorgensen again, and he had my 2 cards with him, and so he got them done for me in blue Sharpie. Would have been great if Scotty had signed it in the lighter area down there by his crotch. And this one's Young Guns. So you can see he's got that skin syndrome where his skin changes from the darker color to like Caucasian color. So Kelly, thanks a lot for that. I actually do. Kelly also hooked me up and sent me, if I can get my backpack quick here, he sent me all of the extra leaf he had from when he bought the leaf set. So I got some leaf base here that will probably spark me some interest in sending more TTM. Last but not least, a trade with my buddy Joe. Again, name dropping Joe all day, every day. It seems like. To save time, I won't take all the cards out, but this one is the 10th card, so it isn't going to fit in the picture. I'll show you all the rest. If you saw on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, you probably saw these already. But we got a Cormier 14 knockout, a Miocic 14 knockout, Ben Rothwell 13 knockout, Little Nog 13 knockout. These are my first 14 Bloodlines signed by Cathal Pendred, and then that guy, this Ozkalic, insert the new guard of that same dude. And Donald Cerrone. Last but not least, I replaced the Anderson Silva that I traded away to Nolan, and I've replaced it for my set. So thank you, Joel, much for that. Again, you are the man. It's cool doing a nice swap Rooney with you. That's going to do it, guys. Finally done with all the stuff. I can put this stuff away in my binder, pending another collage. That's it. You guys have a good week. Nearly the weekend now. By the time I post this, it'll probably be Thursday night. If I don't have another video, have a good weekend, and we'll see you in church.